Managing multiple projects is no walk in the park, mostly because you don't have time to take walks because you're too busy managing multiple projects. Project managers are routinely in charge of multiple client projects, spawning multiple demands at the same time. Since this is a common dilemma, we're here to share our top insights and a productivity tip or two about how to manage multiple projects simultaneously. Managing multiple projects means that you're juggling various project activities, deliverables, deadlines, clients, and stakeholders. Unfortunately, every single project brings its own challenges and unique demands. The question is though, how many projects can one person manage? Sure, that number will vary from person to person, but here at ClickUp, we recommend that a reasonable number of projects for an effective leader to take on are 3 to 4 separate projects at once. This ensures that you won't burn yourself out, which could be devastating to your team too. Here are 6 tips on how to manage multiple projects at work. Tip number 1. Have great organization and structure. Having the right organizational structure and hierarchy for your project makes a huge difference. It's easy to spend your time preparing, but what really matters in a multiple project environment is that everything is in place. That way, it'll help you flow from one project to another with ease. Tip number 2, implement sprints. You'd be amazed at the impact sprints can have, especially on a small project. Consider reorienting your project team around high-intensity bursts of coordinated teamwork, or whatever that just was. There's a psychological effect of rallying a team around a shared cause. When you can energize team members and feed off one another with a specific, meaningful goal in mind, you benefit from the obvious byproducts of an engaged and committed project team. Now, many projects suffer from a lack of focus on day-to-day project tasks. By focusing on one goal within a single project, and doing different project tasks related to that goal, no team member has any uncertainty about what their purpose is or why they're doing what they're doing. Tip number 3, optimize information retention and decision making. It's important to allow your mind to absorb key information and consider hard decisions in your project plan before rushing into another flood of real-time reports from a different project team. Plan your meetings in a way that allows you to take time and reflect afterward. This can have an enormous impact on information retention within your project. By giving yourself this space, you're increasing your ability to manage expectations and impact your team's project performance with compelling insights and better decisions. Tip number 4, set due dates and stick to them. Time tracking is a crucial problem that many teams fall prey to during project planning. Sure, it's easy to keep changing or putting off dates, especially if nothing is forcing you to place a higher priority on one project over another. But sooner or later, you're gonna have to get down to it. So prioritization is of the utmost importance when you're managing related projects. Tip number 5, perform systematic status updates. Without properly updating project progress, any project management efforts you make are doomed from the get-go. Few teams have a process or the right tools in place to ensure systematic status updates in a multi-project environment. The most important thing is ensuring that your project schedule and task list are clearly defined and that there's no room for misunderstanding. You want your project team to always be motivated, understand the project plan, the project risk if any, and have a clear view of the multiple demands that must be met. Tip number 6, delegate effectively. Countless teams fail to delegate tasks effectively during project planning. The 3 pillars of effective delegation for resource management are clarity, authority, and accountability. Without all 3 concepts, any resource management efforts you attempt during multi-project management will cause more project risk than anything else. You can avoid this with clear project scope and work breakdown structure. This will empower teamwork in a way that enhances productivity. While we're sure you'll rise to the challenge, the best thing you can do while managing multiple projects is to implement these 6 tips and ensure you have the right processes and tools for managing multiple projects successfully. Okay, what is going on right now?